Well, a good day 4 morning to you. As always, we begin with morning measurements, which means stepping on the scale. And I have been hesitant to really cheer on the progress that I am seeing through this thing, because these kinds of numbers should be long-term trends. Plus, as I mentioned before, early weight loss often is water weight. And this scale's not necessarily scientifically accurate, which is reflected, apparently, in yesterday's body fat percent measurement. That's okay, I'm in it for the long haul. So morning measurements behind. How am I feeling today? Elated that I was able to nail the macros and really the diet yesterday. And also hopeful that I can do the same thing today while also making some additional tweaks. I mean, if we did the exact same food every single day just to hit macros, we'd be like 7 of 9 on Star Trek Voyager, consuming her nutritious blend of the exact nutrients that we need, and it has no taste. But I hope someone out there gets that reference. So that's my mental state. As far as my physical state goes, still not feeling anything that I would call keto flu related. Though this being day 4, we are edging ever closer to when that is supposed to happen. So we keto on. And of course we begin with breakfast. And after yesterday's excellent start to the day, I know that my key ingredients are eggs, cheese, bacon, and avocado. But that doesn't mean I have to cook them the same way every day. So this go around, we're trying chaffles. For those that haven't heard of a chaffle, it's a cheese waffle, and the ingredients are pretty simple. 1 egg for every half cup of cheese, or 64 grams. And then for me, I'll have a side of bacon and a topping of sliced avocado. After mixing the cheese and egg together, you just put it into a waffle iron. It's most often seen with those mini waffle makers, but works just fine in a full-size waffle iron. I love all of these ingredients, so it went without saying that I would love a chaffle, and I indeed did. The most surprising part, though, was the texture was actually pretty similar to a carbohydrate-filled bread-based waffle. Now that said, my wife also had a chaffle and it didn't sit too well with her stomach. She said it was just a bit too rich. This tasty take on your standard breakfast ingredients resulted in 597 calories, 49 grams of fat, 33 grams of protein, 4 net carbs, and a cost of $2.51. It is definitely a breakfast that I will do again. Speaking of doing things again, my lunch, this is becoming a bit of a pattern, is the leftovers from last night's dinner. A nice helping of salmon and the zucchini, which I had undercooked last night, spent a little time in the air fryer, and that crisped it up oh so nicely. Oh, so much better for lunch today. Calories for this meal, 633 grams of fat, 36, protein, 65 grams, as we would expect with a fish-based meal. Net carbs 4, and cost $5.47, which is actually quite high compared to my normal meals, but once again, salmon. I did end up having a snack today. I was originally thinking I'd make it all the way to dinner, but we had this little virtual event thing that just forced me to eat a little something. But rather than measure it all out, I wanted to try something different, just snacking like I normally would. So I just weighed the 2 containers beforehand, and then just went to town with some pork rinds and spinach artichoke dip. And this is where I've learned my lesson. A little bit of mindless eating can go a long way. Calories for this snack, 524 grams of fat, 43 protein grams, 22 net carbs, 9. The single biggest consumption of net carbs I've had in the last 4 days. So now I'm at the point where I have very few of anything left for a proper dinner, but fortunately, the snack was so large and so late in the day, I didn't really end up needing to eat anything more. So what, you may be asking, did I actually do for my dinner tonight? Well, I'm actually gonna eat it right now. A little bit of ice cream. This is one of the things we bought from Costco. It's labeled Keto Pint Ice Cream Bar, Sea Salt Caramel, 180 calories, 17 grams of fat, 3 grams of protein, and 2 net carbs in this one bar. That's because 8 grams of the carbohydrate are sugar alcohol. Looking at the ingredients, in fact, I see MCT oil, stevia extract, and monk fruit extract. Leave it to the food scientists. My wife has had a few of these. I haven't had one yet though, so I'm actually kind of excited to try it. And what's more, those macros fit perfectly with what I have left for the day. It smells like chocolate. Wow. That is surprisingly good. I see why she's having one of these a night. Don't tell her I told you that. So with my dinner, what does that mean my day's totals ended up being? Here we go. 1,924 calories, which is 25 shy of the rough target. 145 grams of fat, 7 grams shy of the rough target. 123 grams of protein, it's actually 1 gram over based on this little guide I've been following. And 19 grams of net carb, which of course is still 5 under the 24 gram limit that the Carb Manager app has told me that I have. Oh, we need to get more of these. And total cost for the day, $10.34. Did I tell you the cost of the ice cream bar? I don't think I did. 92 cents per ice cream bar. Yeah. With the 4th day down, how am I feeling? Well, I mentioned earlier today in an Instagram story that the headache had returned, and it has not left me despite a lot of water and some ibuprofen. And I'm really starting to suspect that this is a keto flu symptom. Like truly, my body is starting to transition into that metabolic state of ketosis. What's more, at a certain point, I swear to God, I was just standing by the fridge and a scent of cinnamon roll wafted into my nose. I have no idea where it came from. And I had just the biggest craving to eat a sugary donut, which I don't get those cravings. Like that's not even a normal thing outside of keto. So I think it's starting to happen, but tomorrow's another day. And if all this stuff persists, I feel like I can finally lock in, yes, the keto is coming. I also have a bit of fatigue, but that could be related to later nights doing editing. But also after I've edited, I've had difficulty falling asleep. And that's another possible symptom. Finally, I'm actually getting... It's almost like a stuffy nose kind of thing. I feel a little warm up here, but it's nothing very severe. Everything has been pretty minor, frankly. If indeed this is related to the keto flu. Excuse me. All in all, though, I'm still very happy with the decision to pursue this and commit to 60 days of keto, and I am confident that I'm going to get some results. Plus, I'm almost to the point in my general understanding of the day-to-day consumption where I really want to start experimenting with some of the options, the ingredients, and the different recipes that we've seen. So while I look forward to the hopeful results of this diet, you can look forward to the recipe experimentation that I'll be bringing to you in the next few weeks. Yeah, that's awesome. 4 days down, 56 to go, and I'll see you tomorrow. It's so good. It's amazing. Science.